Hello and welcome to Fundy Fortunes. A very warm welcome to you if this is your first visit here. My name is Natalie. I'm an intuitive card reader and I'm also an empath as well. I'm just going to share the smudge here with you guys. I'm trying to make a habit of to remember to do that. I've already smudged my cards, my stones, and cleansed them all. So all fresh, clean energies here. I might have burned through this smudge, and if I did, I apologize. Just get a little bit of smoke up. There we go. So this is for you guys. Okay, you can't see it, but it is burning. But that's for you guys. Normally there's a big puff of smoke. I have a fan running off camera here. I hope the sound isn't too intrusive. And okay, so first of all, just real quick, thank you so much for all your likes and your shares, your subscriptions as well. If you haven't subscribed, just click the little red subscribe button underneath this video window. Subscriptions on Facebook, on YouTube, as far as mine go anyway, they're all free, and just means that every time Fundy Fortunes posts any new videos, you'll be alerted via your email. You can leave anytime you want. You're not locked in or anything like that. And I just want to state as well, this is a general reading. So this may resonate with you on a personal level, and it may not resonate at all. So if you find that you like the reading and you'd like to have a private reading, all that information is below this video window as well, in the description box. All the information that is needed pertaining to all the private readings that I do provide. It's very straightforward and very, very simple. Nothing complicated at all. So let's see here. Doing the sign for the general reading for mid-month August for Sagittarius. I've already got my cards all laid out and dealt out. I have 5 cards that I use from my Oceanic Tarot deck for all my online readings, fitting for Bay of Fundy. I live right on the Bay of Fundy, for those of you that don't know that. I've got a nice little island and a cove in my backyard and a beach. And here I pull one significator card from the deck of tarot at the very end. Anything significant meant to pop up, it'll pop up there. Okay, so first card, I have 5 cards spread using the Oceanic deck. First card is your overall energy of the reading. Second card is your finances and your wealth. Third card is your love, your heart, your romances, anything to do that's close to your heart and love. That could be family as well. Fourth card is your challenges for mid-month August, Sagittarius. And the last card in the Oceanic Tarot is your message from Spirit. And then I pull the significator at the end. All right, let's get right to it here. Okay, so the first card that I pulled for you, Sagittarius, for the overall energy of this reading, is the King of the Ocean. And he is all about order. Okay? So, with this card, it represents traditions, values, order. If any of you have had chaos, upset, and upheaval recently in your life, this man brings balance back into the picture. Things are going to start to smooth out for some of you. Some of you have been through, the last few days have been really, really rough. There's the nudge, I'm hearing that it has been really rough, a lot of upheaval. I see a young man, dark curly hair, lean, kind of tall, and he's very upset. Very upset. Everything has been upsetting for him. I don't know why. That I just go with the nudges and what I'm hearing. And there's one person in particular. Your balance will be restored. Everything is going to calm down and level out for you. And things are going to feel or be really as bad as what you thought they were. The damage isn't that much done. You have a little bit of damage control to do over the last few days, but you're going to be okay. By this time tomorrow, I would say you're taking a deep sigh of relief and everything is panned down and you're back into your secure spot again. Let me see. If boundaries have been crossed recently, your territory will be restored. For some of you, I did feel the nudge. I was hearing that this has to do with where you live. Something has gone on where you live. One moment, please. I don't know why I'm seeing this young man, but he's there. packing boxes, very upset, very downtrodden, very feeling like a victim of some kind, forced to move. But at the end of the day, you're not going to move at all. Everything is going to come back the way it was. Maybe you had a check bounce for your rent or something, and it was something that was just a mistake, was out of your control, and you kept saying, it's not my fault, I didn't do this. I get that. It's not my fault, I didn't do this. Something else has happened, and the other person is very technical, and, well, this is what the way it went down, and you can say what you want, but it is what it is. But there was a glitch, some kind of a glitch that upset your life. I'm not sure what that is. Let me see. When this card appears, it brings ends to disputes as well. That's part of what's going on here. So, and this can even be a man, an actual person in your life, an actual person that's going to clean this mess up for you and restore order once again. Your home and work is about to become more organized. The advice of this card, it's time to work. Look at your finances. Get your home in order. Take control of your assets. Right now you have the power to do these things. The key words for this card are focus, protection, wisdom, a lot of activity, leadership, and boundaries. Whatever went on with some of you and has been going on, boundaries will be restored so that whatever this mess is, it won't happen again. This will be the last time that this happens. All right, let's see what else is going on here. Your second card is about your health, wealth, and finances. This is the Four of Pentacles. Pentacles represent money. There's some decks refer to deniers, diamonds in the regular playing deck. And Pentacles usually represent, first and foremost, anything to do with finance and money, and it fell in that sector. And creativity comes into play here as well. Okay, so there it is. Sorry, off camera. Didn't mean to do that. All right. So when this card shows up, it's about your financial security, security in your job, in your relationships. Right at this moment, what this card is pulling up, it says things are stable for most of you. You're able to provide and to care for others. Right now also, you're also, for some of you that are going through the upheaval that I've seen this young man going through, you're reaching a point where you can sit back and you can relax and enjoy the strong foundation that you've worked so hard to build. It's still just the same, just because we reach a goal, and we reach the ending in a sense when we reached a goal. It doesn't mean that you can sit back and let opportunities fly by. Still jump out and grab them, just like a cat with a mouse. Grab it when you see it going by. These opportunities are going to bring about positive change for you. That's for about, I would say, watching this video, about 50% of you. It's going to bring about positive change. So yes, you're sitting back, and yes, you're relaxing, and you're just taking a break and saying, I worked so hard. This is fantastic. This is just wonderful. I finally, I've reached a goal that I set for myself, and not just me, but everybody around me that I care about and love and have concern for. I'm going to be able to reach out and help them a little bit as well. This is really, really good. What a great card this is for you. Always stay open to new possibilities, as I just said. Look for new ways to expand your empire. So don't, whatever it is that's brought you this feeling of, oh, I finally made it, don't let that stop there. This can grow, this can overlap into other areas of your life, which can grow. Grow like a good crop of, lettuce or wheat or something, and it's just going to, it's almost like a flower that has grown and is now full bloom. And when it starts to close down and it's done its little tiny short life cycle that flowers are, the seeds are going to be spread and carried in the wind. And more beautiful flowers will come out of that and grow. It's just a metaphor, a very simple one, of course. But this is what's going on right now, because there are seeds being planted, and it's effortless to you. You don't even have to do anything. All these wonderful things are growing out and spreading because of this great thing that you've done. The keywords for this card are stability, finance, property, protection, balance, order, and foundations. I'm just seeing if there's anything else I can pull out of this card. I'm bad for that. I'll wring every message out of the card that I can. That's why some of these videos are a little on the long side. Your relationships, I'm feeling a pump off of that. Most of your relationships right now, they're pretty stable at this moment. At this moment. I feel nudged to say at this moment. I don't know why. We'll find out. Maybe something will pop up here. Maybe this is the next card. In your love, your romance, your heart, your home, everything that's very close to what brings you contentment in your life, what brings you love in your life. This is not what you think it is at first if you've never seen this card before, and it's very different in the Oceanic deck compared to Rider-Waite or any of those other ones. This is the card of death, and it's about transformation. And I want you to take a really good look at this card, Sagittarius. This is a dory. It's sitting on the seabed floor. And if you look at the door, if you look real close, you can see fishing nets on the bow and on the stern of the boat. And you can see that the sides are all rotting out of it. You know, it served its purpose above water at one time, and then it got old. And then it dropped beneath the ocean, and it sunk to the seabed floor where it's been ever since. But you know what? For all the rotting and all the age, and for all the years that it's been sitting down there, it's still serving a very important service for the environment that it's been left in. If you look at all the fish. Look at all the life that's around it. And the reason being, some of those smaller ones are that they use the inside of the hull, just the guts and the skeleton of this boat as a home, a place to hide for safety, for protection. Of course, there's coral that will grow on it as well. There's plant life that will take form, feeding all the other animals. Now you see the bigger fish, the sharks. They'll come in there to feed off the other animals that are in there. So it's feeding on many different levels and providing a very important element, a life element in itself. Its purpose isn't over. As in death, it's just the ending of one thing, the beginning of something else. It just took on a new purpose in the world. When this card appears for you, a great change in life is coming. Transformation. You need to be ready for change at any time. This could be a new job for some of you. New relationships as well. Even the ending of old habits, bad habits, you know, as far as like addictions, like, you know, smoking and drinking and drugs and all the bad things that affect your life and can rip you down. Some of you, hand to God, as they say, so happy that some of these habits are ending for some of you. It's going to transform your life. It really is. I feel that strongly. I'm feeling the heat from the card on this one. Same with habitual way of living. Some Sagittariuses become, because I know, I have 3 sons and 2 of them are Sagittarius. Okay, and they're very different from each other. As different as night and day. They're very different. At the core of them, at the heart of them, they are the same because of the way they were raised and what was instilled in them. I brought them up by the golden rule. Showed them the Bible when they were old enough. I said, see that one there? You do unto others as you'd have done unto you. That's the only one you have to remember as far as commandments go. Everything else falls into that category, and they were raised that way. They're still that way. But as they've grown separately, had their own experiences, so it makes them very different as far as being Sagittariuses. They're very different personalities, and that goes for all of you as well. They do tend to take on, when they set their minds at something, most Sagittarius are like this. When they set their mind to something, and they say, I want to be able to do this. Kind of like a bucket list. Things will go on the bucket list and they won't give up. If they meet somebody in a romantic sense, or even become friends with somebody, they're part of their goal and part of their mind is almost an obsessive nature to make this work. To make this, and they're very fair. Sagittarius are very fair people. So they want a two-way street going here. So they'll put everything they have into whatever venture that touches their heart, which is important to them, deep inside, something that drives them. and they almost take on an obsessive quality about attaining that goal, whatever that goal. Should it be something tangible, job-wise, career-wise, creativity-wise, learning a new instrument, falling in love, making a relationship work, making your bank account grow? All these things come into play because these are things that are very, very important. Death clears the way. When this card shows up, a new era beckons. Oh, the nudge is strong. There we go. Here we go. A new era beckons. Some of you are going to go through a major, just like you see here in the card, major transformation. A whole new era of your life is coming forward. I'm almost getting the woo-woos over that. For the rest of you, that's goosebumps. I call them woo-woos. Because I see I see fate and destiny coming into play real strong for some of you. For one or two of you, it could already be the situation and the way your life is right now is about to expand and blossom and grow. There's going to be a spurt of growth that's going to be real apparent to you. It's going to be like in your face kind of growth. Huge changes. For the rest of you, it's brand new enterprises. And when I say enterprises, that means relationship to business, to work, to personal aspects of your life, personal things about you. Brand new changes, such as giving up bad habits and addicting things that are bad for your health and bad for your mental state of mind, bad for your emotional well-being. These things, some of you are just throwing down the gauntlet saying, you know what? This is getting me nowhere, and I am sick, and I am tired of being stuck in this void. I feel like I'm in a void, and there's been no change, there's been no growth, there's been no expansion of me and my life and who I am. That's going to change. This is huge for some of you. Feeling the heat. Big time, baby. Feeling the heat. The advice of this card, though, is what will be, but don't resist any change that needs to happen. Embrace it. Not that this is going to be easy street for you. For some of you, making this huge conscious effort to make a big change, like is dropping bad habits, embrace it. Embrace it. Tell yourself, as a baby, I wasn't a drug addict. As a baby, I wasn't born an alcoholic. I wasn't born a drug addict. I wasn't born with a cigarette hanging out of my mouth. I wasn't born overeating. I mean, you weren't born that way. Therefore, you can transform and go back that way. You can go back to before all these other things. Move slowly in like a sneaky, slimy snake. I know some of you love snakes. That's fine. I mean it as a metaphor. But quietly, like a thief in the night, coming into your life and taking over certain aspects of who you are beyond the core of you, because I truly believe, it's just my personal belief, that at the core of us, that piece of us deep down inside, the baby within us, the way we were born, the way we were as children, when our personality and the essence of, who you are was starting to form and then formed before the outer life, before life itself got in and at you and started making these changes and putting folds in your personality. And these little dark pockets off to the side, unpleasant things in life, and something would make you scatter and scurry into a dark corner somewhere. Some of you are undoing all of that. It's all sloughing off like a skin sloughs off its old skin, like a snake sloughs off its old skin. It's amazing the transformation some of you are going to make, and I see some glowing faces in complete, total contentment and relief. I feel relief for some of you. In contempt, I'm getting moved here. I'm feeling tears stinging in my eyes because I can really feel this strongly. The happiness and the joy that some of you are going to experience when these changes are complete. And you'll be going, if I'd known it was going to be that easy, you're going to be surprised. For some of you, it will be. You're going to be saying, I wasted so much time. But not necessarily. As somebody said to me and commented on one of the videos earlier this week, they said, it's not that time was wasted, it's just that the time was right now. Now is the time, and you did it. There you go. The keywords for this card are rebirth, bingo, endings, changes, release, relief, and conclusions. What a wonderful card. Good all the way around. To all the things that are very close to your heart. It's just wonderful. The fourth card that I pulled in your challenges for August, Sagittarius, is the Three of Swords. And I'm sorry to say, it's all about heartache. Okay. Keywords for this card are heartbreak, sorrow, betrayal, loss, affairs of the heart, breakups, and tears. The advice is feel the pain, see the truth of the matter. This has happened for a reason. I got a nudge on that. I'm going to come back to that in a minute. This is the heartbreak card of the tarot, but it brings a transient change that what you process, you will heal from. The aspects of this 3 card are that you know exactly where you stand and you see the truth. The truth, the 3 can also signify stress symptoms such as anxiety and such as fear. Now to go back to the advice of the card, to feel the pain, see the truth of the matter, and see that this has happened for a reason. The heartbreak, the sorrow, betrayal, and loss, this could have been very, very simply a relationship that was based on addictions, or addiction to another person, shared addictions with another person. So for you that are excuse my language, for you that are going through this huge life transformation, it's going to include pulling away from some people. We tend to become like the company that we keep. For people that like to drink alcohol, there are some people that like to drink alone and they prefer it, but most people, it's a social activity. So the more social things become, I mean, everybody in your circle seems to drink. Let's put it that way. That seems to be your thing and their thing. And that's the one big common thing you have in common. It could be the same in a relationship. Maybe the way you pass each weekend or your days off with your special significant other, somebody you're dating or even living with, who knows, maybe you're even married to. This was a common interest that you both have. And part of it could be you want to, maybe your thing is always every weekend trying to find something new, some kind of new drink to make. And that's your thing. For maybe some of you, it's wine. You always want to try and expand your knowledge of the, the wine industry. And because that's such a huge thing right now, I'm not much of a wine drinker. I don't drink at all. Maybe I should. Who knows? Maybe I should. It's just, yeah, I like certain drinks, but I mean, I'm diabetic and I have other health problems. So drinking doesn't benefit me. One little drink, maybe once or twice a year, that's fine. Wine's never been a big thing for me. I have 1 or 2 or 3 that I may enjoy, and that's about it. But that could be when you realize, so you see the heartache that pops up. That's forefront and center with this card. So the heartache could be knowing, in order to make these huge changes in your personal life, what you're going to have to do, it's going to affect your relationships. Be it with your group of friends, be it with your significant other. They're not going to like this. They're not going to like the change because you're going to seem almost like an oddball out, or the odd person out. For some of you that were really, 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 really hooked on the booze and on the drugs, or anything highly, highly addictive that you were into, it could be masochism, I don't know. It could be anything like that. You know that this is going to end this relationship. And you've had a really fun time and a fun ride, but now it's time to grow up. You're saying to yourself, and I don't want this anymore. You are going to go forward, and you know what? Destiny and fate is going to bring somebody more suitable into your life. And you can handle being alone. Get comfortable within your own skin. Enjoy your own company. You can be alone without feeling lonely. And when you do feel lonely, take yourself out somewhere. You're still going to have friends and socialize with them a little bit. But this is a real huge, like I said, I can't stress it enough, the transformation that's going to come in for some of you right now. It's huge, and it's all for the better. And oh my goodness, if you could see the bigger picture for some of you that I'm seeing, we're talking happily ever after. Pretty much for the most part. Woof, that's your challenges. If that was, if this wasn't enough, there's some challenges there for you. But it's all good in the bigger picture. Just remember that. Okay, so I got another Pentacle card. It's your message from Spirit. It's a 9 of Pentacles. It's all about gratitude. I like gratitude. Gratitude's a magic word. It really is. Okay. So the advice of this card is called Crossroads. Crossroads of Gratitude. The advice is to devote time and money to interest in a home. Appreciate the good things that you have right now. Keywords are luxury, leisure, home, abundance, independence, and generosity. Your leisure and there'll be leisure and luxury. If you have your own home, little things like enhancing your garden, planting new flowers, moving some shrubs and stuff around are good. Make some, spend some luxury time on yourself. Get yourself some new clothes, a new haircut. You go to a spa and really indulge in the luxurious side of life. It doesn't all have to be about booze and drugs and all those bad habits. Make your space comfortable and make your space relaxed. And I like to say on that is when you make your home comfortable. So when people come in, I live in what we call like a place that's old, and it's like an old, well-worn leather boot or a rubber boot. Now that may sound funny, but what it is, it's an older home. It's a cottage, and it's all, as you can see, the wood here behind me. I don't know if you can pick that up on the walls. The ceilings are like that, and every room through the house is all, 12-inch pine boarding, the real deal, nothing fake or phony. And, I have a beach down below, and, if we have company and if they're walking on the beach, and if they track beach sand into my house, that's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. Guess what? I got beach sand in my house. It's a wonderful thing. It's an honor to have people drag beach sand into my house. I absolutely love it. It gets swept up later and thrown back outside. No big deal, right? But you want people, you want who you are in here, in your mind and in your heart, in the essence of who you are, to be reflected. Take what's here and reflect it into the home around you, and even in the little things, the little touches, things that, I have rocks, I got them all over the house. I like rocks, I like wood, I like natural stones, and and I try to reflect that in my home. When people come into my home for the first time that have known me for a long time, but their first time in this house, I've been here 7 years, they say, "Oh my goodness, this is so you." They all say that. It is so you. And they all say, when I come here, I'm so comfortable, I don't feel like I'm in any hurry to leave. And parts of me don't want to leave. It's very comfortable here. And that couldn't be a greater compliment. I have nothing new in this house. Everything is old and worn out and beaten and scarred. A lot of character to a lot of the furniture. And the thing is, that's who I am inside. I'm old and I'm beaten and I'm worn and I'm scarred, but character. A lot of character goes into my home because it reflects who I am. And, this whole air of welcome, a warm welcome coming into my home. Please be comfortable. Would you like tea? Would you like coffee? Would you like juices or anything I can get you? You want people to be comfortable. You want your personality to be reflected. So look at your home and what's happening there. Now, the last card of the reading I pulled, this is your significator from Tarot. I pulled the Knight of Wands. Here he is. Okay, and let me pull my book out on the King of Wands. Yes, I marked it earlier. I didn't read it though. Okay, I'll read it verbatim for you. Okay, so the King of Wands. This king supports our creative efforts and motivates our ambitions, uploading the principles of integrity. Beware of relying on him, though, as he cannot devote all his efforts to one cause. He has the same intense capacity for romantic passion that he applies to his creative work, and can push us to persevere in seeking the highest unions. This could be an actual person that some of you may find yourself turning to for advice, for help. He can only help you so far. This is what the card is reflecting for you, Sagittarius. the help and the aid. But he can be somebody, I feel nudged to tell you, that he can be somebody that you can go to. Don't lean on him 100%. The warning's been out there. He's not about that, but he is about being supportive. He can help you get things up off the ground. He can be your support system, so you can call him, contact him, go to him. When you run into a bump in the road, he will help you out. And he's all about, and do not forget, this is one of my favorite words, integrity. Integrity is, if you don't have integrity, you know what? You ain't got nothing, sweetheart. That's just the game of life, and that is the way it is. Integrity will invade your sleep. It will creep into your dreams if you have a lack of integrity. It is your conscience. It is what tells you right from wrong. It tells you, as long as you keep your integrity in check and you're doing the right thing for the right reasons, you cannot go wrong. And then if something doesn't turn out or work out for you, even if you've applied that to it, at 150%, if it doesn't work out, that's kismet, that's fate, that's karma telling you. You might have put a lot of energy in there and you feel like it was for nothing because it didn't pan out for you. Here's the thing. Look at the lessons that you learned along the way. That's what's important. And there's no way you could not learn something from it. As you're going along, you could say, well, you know what, that didn't pan out, but boys, did I ever learn about this or did I ever learn about that? And I never dealt with someone like that before. That was the first. So you'll know what to do, what not to do, and you can try another venue. But some things are, we get our head stuck and we get tunnel vision because our heart or our creative side is craving something. But again, back to the addictions, you see, some things that we crave for are really not good for us. We think it is, but it's not. But does it stand the test of time? And if it doesn't stand the test of time, you haven't wasted your time. Don't ever feel that way. Sagittarius, what a reading. Very nice reading. Very good reading. Very juicy reading. Full of lots of good stuff. Lots of good advice. I hope you all enjoyed this reading. We are now into 32 minutes. This is going to take 3 hours to upload to YouTube. How much of a sucky situation is that? It puts the brakes on me. It makes me, I'm going to go make a blueberry and raspberry pie here in a little bit. And going to have some of that for dessert later. So fresh picked berries, and it's going to be really yummy. That's what I'll do on my downtime because I already have one uploading now, and this one is going to have to sit in the queue and wait. And it's going to be probably sometime this evening before I can get back to doing some more readings and getting them up and getting them over. I'm almost there for mid-month. We're just about done. We're getting close. Anyway, Sagittarius, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you want a private reading, all the information is down below in the window. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Feel free to share and like the video as well. And feel free to leave any comments right down below as well. If you really want to let me know about something and you're kind of shy about putting it out in the public comments up beneath you can email me. That's all down in the description box as well. Anyway, I want to wish you a really good week, Sagittarius, and a really good, interesting, healthy, rich rebirth of time during mid-August. Good luck to you that are changing your way. You can do this. You weren't always this person stuck with the addictions that you have now. You can undo all of that. Good luck with that. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.